Um, when I was growing up, as a child, I was taught about creativity. I grew up with fairy tales and fables, believing myself to be a princess. As I started growing up, I realized the harsh reality, and I got sucked into it so bad that it was very difficult for me to get out and be real. I was always in this fantasy world. I started doing Silva like a year ago. After this program, I understood that being creative is the best thing that you could ever be. Imagining stuff is something, imagining something good for yourself is the power to your own self. Being intuitive is a gift, and it changed my life. I realized that it's not fine to be real, it's fine to be your own self. It's given me a new path of life. I'm achieving things, I'm more confident, I'm happy and content with whatever is there. I would want more things, but I'm not greedy about it. I'm just like, it'll come to me. I'm content in that way. And if there's ever a problem, I know that I'm going to find a solution. I've become like an optimist, and there's hope for everything in your life. So yeah, Silva's awesome. I was able to grow professionally. I traveled across a different country, and I'm setting up new steps here in Canada, and it was all because of Silva. I did programming for about 3-4 months. I started getting good grades. I convinced my parents to let me come abroad, which they weren't allowing me, like 15,000 miles away. They weren't ready for it. And I got out of a very bad, negative zone, and now I feel free. I feel loved. I feel happy. My parents were not willing to send me to Canada. They wanted me to get married, and to convince them that I don't want to get married since I was already practicing dentistry back in India, and trying to convince them that to study for 4 years for more, and postponing, you know, my marriageable age, as what they would say, and trying to financial issues. We had a lot of financial issues, but then it just sort of, all the doors opened, click, 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 click. And before I knew it, within 6 months, I was here in Canada. It was like, dream come true. Like, visa in 4 days, which normally takes a month and a half. It's like magical. And I thought of coming in May 2018, and I didn't get the offer letter. And I started doing programming, and I knew that it would come. I just didn't know how. I didn't want to come in September, because by then they would have probably fixed my marriage with somebody. So I was like, no, I want to go in May 2018. February, I got the offer letter. By 14th of March, I had the visa, and by 19th of April, I was here in Canada. So it's like magic.
Sure.
Very strong, very strong. It has to be something that is inside you, it's burning, and, you know, clear intention, and with a good heart. And thinking good about everybody along the way, not being that selfish about it, just be good selfish about it.
And what would you suggest or recommend to new Silva graduates? What should they do?
Practice, do good to people, because you have the you can help somebody, so make use of that gift. And I believe that you've been given this gift, which if you use it, you have everything in the world, like everything. Just think about it, you have it. It's yours. So use it wisely.
It's just like getting something that's already there.
That's already, yeah, and getting something that's already inside you, and knowing your own self, like just getting your own old soul out, and knowing what it is to like live in the world.
If there's one thing that you would say the Silva Method means to you, what is it?
I guess it's the way I lead my life now. The Silva Method. I can't think of living my life without Silva, so yeah.